Welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England campaign, episode the 71st with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we've been just doing a bit of tidying up really after the aftermath of finishing off the Milanese, and there's still a bit more to do. However, we can't quite achieve it all on this turn, so we are going to have to go to the next turn, but there is actually just one battle left to fight this turn. We drove the Imperials out of Nuremberg, so that was pretty good. Now we're a little safer. Probably going to be another attack imminent, but we're going to just build up our position in Nuremberg and prepare to strike Innsbruck, because to be honest, if we get Innsbruck, we'll have pretty much nuked the Imperials once and for all, because we'll have taken out their last major military recruitment area, and we'll have just reduced them to floundering with militia once more, though that's what they've always done in their lives, so yeah, whatever. Also making a plan to try and potentially take over a nice Sicilian town on my way to the crusade. But we are crusading actively, as we are going to try and get Antioch back next turn. It's probably going to be a very short-lived occupation, because we'll have pissed off all of Mongolia. So it's more going to be a slash and burn operation. We're going to take the town, burn it, and then find something else to do. We're going to have to try and adopt enemy tactics in a way, but then again the Mongolians are more occupiers and slayers, kind of adopting the tactics of their predecessors, the Huns. But let's have a identity crisis later. For now, we need to relive our identity as someone who can beat the Mongolians, and that is what we are going to try and do now. We have a big army led by Kitbuka the Wrathful currently on his way to Dongola, and I don't want him sieging Dongola, so we're going to get rid of him this turn. So I'm going to be sending out all of my troops to the area, and we're gonna beat him down. I've also got some extra troops lent to me by, well, Captain Roger, so he's going to join the battle, or he was going to join the battle, and then he fucked it. And then you lot, and I know I'm basically just abandoning the city, but look, there's no fucking stealth Mongol force about to walk in. Let's just went down that side of the river, then we are completely and totally fucked. But we're gonna assume right now that isn't gonna happen, and we're gonna go and take him now. Yeah, there isn't really anything interesting about the terrain, so we should be fine here. So yeah, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna try and take this guy down and just try and stop this fucking Mongolian onslaught that is onslaughtering us. So there isn't really a lot to say. This is pretty much the first battle of the day. It's probably going to be the main battle of this episode, but then again, there might be some fun things on the turn transition for us to deal with. So yeah, here we go. We're going to get rid of Kitbuka the Wrathful, and once more, even if we don't win the battle, my objective once more is to basically kill the general. I think that's going to be our main tactic for destroying the Mongolians. I don't think we're going to have much fun conquering them, because they seem to be a machine. However, I think if we take out their leadership, that's how we're going to make it fall. I mean, we've done it in other Total War games where we've just kind of sniped the leadership out, and then the entire faction collapses into rebels, which means, yeah, it becomes up for grabs for every Tom, Dick and Harry, so the Egyptians may somehow attempt to resurrect their sorry crap out of a faction, or the Turks might make a few gains. But as long as it paves the way for me to get Jerusalem back, I'm happy with that. Well, for now, we're going to take on Kitbuka the Wrathful, try and kill Kitbuka, and then we'll see where life goes on from there. But for now, let's just get on and just get engaged, because all I'm doing is talking and delaying the inevitable.
As you wish, sire.
Okay, so here's how it's going. Captain Roger will be under AI control, because I can't control all these dudes. The balance of power is 2 to 3 in the enemy's favour, which is already quite bad. This is probably mainly tipped over by the fact that Kitbuka is a 9-star general, and Captain Ralph has a bladder infection. That being said, we massively outnumber the enemy, but then again, the Mongols are known for high quality cavalry, of which they have a lot. We've got 4 units of Mongol heavy archers and 4 units of Mongol heavy lancers to contend with. Luckily I have some well-armoured spearmen who should be able to drive them back. That being said, there'll be 3 units of foot archers for us to push through, and 3 units of Mongolian infantry. This isn't really the most devastating Mongolian army we've come across. It does look like it is beatable, mainly because I haven't brought anything particularly nasty. Like, they haven't brought across, say, the absolute evil that is their rocket launchers or trebuchets. So we have that advantage. That being said, I don't have any, well, I have 1 unit of longbowmen, but that isn't really going to get us too far. However, they could plant some stakes and we could try and ambush some Mongolians. But I'm just hoping my cavalry can keep the enemy cavalry archers in check and let my spearmen push through to the core of the enemy army. and do their job of killing Kitbuka. That being said, the dude is very dreaded. He's a Khan's conqueror. So, he's actually got less morale on... Actually, his troops get slightly less morale on the battlefield because he's got a bit of a rage problem. But at the same time, he's got a lot about him. A lot about him. And actually, he's only got -1 morale to... -1 morale in total. Anyway, enough gassing, enough chatting. Let's see if we can kill this dude and weaken the Mongolians once more.
The troops are assembled.
A lot of dudes here, so we're going to jump right into this one. And I do have the Great Cross, by the way, which is manned by spearmen, and will also just give my men a bit of a booster in terms of their morale. So hopefully it's going to help us. And if some Mongolian cavalry does try to intercept it, these loyal crusaders will get rid of it. Well, we'll keep them in check. They're probably not going to win against anything, but hopefully this just gives our men a bit of a boost, really. Anyway, let's just get our lads just all to the back and let's make our plan, because the Mongolians definitely have one already. Our reinforcements, by the way, should come from about here, but they will be acting on their own accord, so I can't really count for what they're going to do. What I hope I do is help. I like it when my troops help me. Very sandy here as well, by the way. Lots of lovely sand. Right, anyway. It's pretty much going to be on the spearmen to win this one today. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spearmen. Perfect, right. So we're going to go in 2 squads of 4. We're going to loosen our formations because, one, there's a lot of enemy cavalry that might just try and charge us down. And also, there's also basically just enemy archers just crawling all over the place. But hopefully some loose formations of spears could cause issues for the enemy. And actually we have 10 units, so we're gonna do it a little bit different. But basically, oh god, come on lads, get into a loose formation. But hopefully, with my men sort of being everywhere, it might make it easier for us to intercept an unlucky unit of Mongolian horse archers, which would be the more desirable outcome for this battle, really. Right, all men into a loose formation, please. There we go. Right, longbows, I want you to take your defensive position up on this hill. I said defensive position. You're just going to go up there. You're going to get some stakes planted wherever you deploy, by the way. I know it's not a lot, but if the enemy suddenly decides wants to come forward, these stakes will be good for slowing down the enemy cavalry. I'll have them use, well, I don't really need to use fire arrows. Peasant archers, you will be using fire arrows. You make the unfortunate front line, by the way. Once more, just loose formation, get your fire arrows ready, and just be ready to try and take on some enemies. But don't worry about you being abandoned. You're going to have good men at your back. We'll have 2 units of Hobilars. Well, actually, no, we're going to have the Hobilars act independently of each other. So we have 2 units of Hobilars. Now, the Hobilars are going to be used for intercepting enemy cavalry, mainly horse archers, because since the Hobilars are lighter than the knights, they are quite quick. So they have the opportunity just to try and chase down and not necessarily kill the enemy cavalry archers, because they're heavy cavalry archers, so they're definitely going to beat Hobilars in melee combat. But it's a distraction once more. And if we can keep the Mongolians unfocused and kind of give them more of a plethora of things to attack and look out for, rather than just give them a unified target, I think that's where we can get them to start to falter, because the Mongolians, when they kind of set their minds on something, I think that's when they become at their most destructive. So 2 loosely formatted units of Hobilars will go around and basically just cause some general trouble for the enemy. So that should keep them out of my way. And then basically our heavier cavalry, while ideally they'll be used to tangle with the enemy infantry and just try and keep them off balance, at the same time they're probably going to be used to try and ward off enemy cavalry charges and just keep them out of trouble. And you did not have permission to join this formation. You get your ass back over there, because in fact I only have 3 units of mailed knights. So you lot act as 1 unit for now, just 1 big grouping, and I'll keep you moving around as I see fit. Billmen, yeah, your uses are very limited, but for now I'm going to assign you just to look after the archers, because that's where you're going to be best, really. Yeah, unfortunately, they're just kind of a leftover factor. Right, anyway, so we've got plenty of spears. We've spread ourselves out wide to make our numbers look big, so hopefully it might even put off some of the Mongolians. And then we're going to try and just get our spears to try and push towards the core, which is going to be the lancers and the bodyguard, while our hobilars and our archers keep the cavalry archers busy. And yeah, we'll have to push through the infantry at some point, but we kind of have a general idea of how the Mongolians deploy their armies. There's a bit of a pattern to it, so I'm trying to exploit the pattern this time around. Let's see if I can do that though, as we start the battle. Alright, so we've put all their archers at the front, then it's going lancers, and then yeah. But as you can see, they've put their areas and their stuff in the usual area. Reinforcements today. Was it because my PC's crap? No, it's not. It's just because they couldn't be bothered today. Alright, hobilars. Get your asses in gear and get the enemy distracted. Spear Group A. Start closing in for the kill. Billman, you don't really need to start moving forward. Archers, open fire. Longbows. Prioritize the enemy cavalry. They're a better target for you. Hobilars, once more, start contesting the enemy. You lot start moving forward. The enemy is very aggressive today, and they just want to play. Right, and our hobilars, yeah, they just got wrecked instantly. Right, I think the Mongolians just saw through my plans, like, from the get-go, and yeah, they're a bit clever. Right, spears, keep that infantry away from my archers, please. Billman, oh my god, they're fucking swamping us here. My god, I didn't expect them to be aggressive. I was hoping they'd just be defensive this time. Longbows, don't skirmish. You've got a perfect defensive position. Do not squander it. Right, hobilars, get your asses out of there. The Mongolians, I know what they're doing. They're not. They're trying to put me under pressure. They're trying to force me into making a mistake. Right, knights, get in there and help. Sending units spears to get around the flank and assist. I'm going to have some of you mailed knights, so peel off. Let's find and kill that general. I know what he wants to do. He's trying to keep my attention off him. It isn't going to work. He is my #1 focus. We are going to kill that general, and we are going to fucking snipe that bastard. We are going to give him the 720 no-scope headshot that he bloody deserves. Great Cross, I completely forgot about you, by the way. Try and get your ass close to the battle where you might be of some use to me. Alright, everyone, get in that bodyguard and kill him. There's some heavy lancers, alright? Knights, keep the heavy lancers busy. Spears, just keep running, get around the back of the enemy army. I want you just to lend some support there. Spears, oh god, even the infantry's just driving us away today. That is not good, at all. Right, what have I got over here? I've got more spears, right. Bloody hell! I wasn't expecting this battle to go wrong in about the space of like 3 seconds, but it did. Right, what have I got over here? I've got knights engaging with a lot of heavy lancers. That's not a good matchup. Lads, get yourselves out of there. You're going to get yourselves killed. I don't really have a lot of good matchups because my men have just scattered. And yeah, my reinforcements arrived, by the way. Thank you for turning up. But yeah, this guy fucking skunked me on this battle. He just managed to see through my entire tactic, and he just bloody calculated it and just absolutely ruined my life here, man. Right,
Battle
knights.
is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
I'm going to call bullshit on that statement, but we're going to try and bring this battle back, because right now it is not in a good position. And the bodyguard is making himself inaccessible to his cavalry buddies. Right, you lot, just keep some of the foot archers busy. If we can keep their missiles off us, we might be able to bring this one back. Right, knights, you're still in a good position. You lot as well. Look at that. You are in a perfect position. I've got some mailed knights here, right at the back. Get your asses down there. Give that bloody general a smacking he won't forget. Lads, regroup and prepare to re-attack. Right, where are my archers? Where are my archers? Longbows. Where are my longbows? They are way at the back right now. Longbows, make your target that bodyguard. You are to snipe that bastard and kill him. You lot remain in close proximity to the main line. You need to keep them on the top of their morale game. You lot keep moving up. Peasant archers, just get some general shots out. Try and target the infantry if you can. You lot, just try and keep those lancers away, because they are looking to scrap. No, they weren't lancers, they were archers. Right, leave them. Oh, wait, they're not skirmishing. Get them while they're not skirmishing. Slow one unit down. There you go. You pull the entire unit into a conflict it doesn't want to fight. Alright, you lot. Get your asses in moving around. I want the bodyguard. I'm not interested in playing with the lancers. The bodyguard is the one unit who must die. You lot are warmed up and they're already quite shaken. Right, I'm not too keen on that. Right, you lot. Get in there. Start playing with the bodyguard now. What's he down to? He's down to 37 units. Right, he's still pretty tough. Right, spears. just ignore the infantry. I want you just to push straight into the enemy cavalry. Just walk
Our
past
general
them.
shames us all. He flees battle while his soldiers still fight. May his... My lord, only half our force remains.
He's just a captain, it's okay, and yeah. I think we're going to have to pull a retreat order very, very soon. This bodyguard just does not want to die. He is tougher than we gave him credit for. I think all that dread he's summoned up is keeping him alive. Getting all my archers just to make him the target. We're just going to try and bring him down that way. You lot... Oh wait, you're reinforcement, so I can't control you. Right, lads, just don't do anything that's going to get you killed or anything that's silly. Probably should have just made him under my... Well, I would have put him under control if I knew I was going to basically...
Upper hand in this battle.
Oh, you don't say, right. I think we've lost this one. Lads, get out of here. Battle's gone wrong. Like, really wrong. Like, supremely wrong. This was supposed to be a heroic charge and a standoff against the Mongolians, not an absolute... We weren't supposed to hand them just another great victory. I don't blame you, men. You were caught off guard. I did not expect the Mongolians to be so bloody aggressive in this battle. But they just knew my moves. One of you lot is telling them what I'm doing. One of you lot's a traitor. Saying that now, one of you is feeding them information about my tactics. Somehow, through some sort of meta game. Right, I'm gonna retreat all my men out of here because it's a lost cause right now. The reinforcements will cover the escape while they do that, and then someone gives me a fucking link to PC Gamer. Why do I want a link to PC Gamer? I don't know. I don't read that magazine. Right. This seems to be the episode where people just feel it's okay to interrupt me all the time. Dude, I'm on Medieval 2 Total War. You know I'm fucking recording this shit, don't you? I've got some lancers trying to chase me down, some heavy horse archers, so they're just going to run around and have fun now. Lads, how close are we to getting out of here? We're very close to getting out of here, right? Good job, lads. Who's not retreating, by the way? One unit of spearmen. Well, they are fucked, I'm going to say that right now. Try and get out of there if you can, but honestly, your position right now is pretty desperate, and Dongola is now as good as lost. Which is the bitterest pill out of this entire battle. This is bloody depressing. This is like having a fucking lead hammer smash your face in. You get out of there all gussied up. I mean, look at that. I've even captured a cross. That's the worst part. But yeah, I can make a stand against this dude. And he just subverts
Only
your
half the enemy
expectations.
force remains.
Oh, bloody brilliant. So we killed half of them at
In
least.
God's name, we've been beaten by our foe. We can only vow to atone for this defeat.
And I really hope we atone. This was a disappointing defeat here. I thought we would have done much better than we did, but we didn't. And I say the main reason is the enemy they just knew what I was doing, and they just countered me good and hard. They saw every move I was going to play. They instantly threw my army into disarray. And before you knew it, my plans had just fallen apart and I just couldn't salvage them. And the cost of doing that was the loss of close to 2,000 men, which is atrocious because now the Mongolians, well, we still outnumber the Mongolians, but very only slightly, and my losses, I'm not going to recover them within one turn, am I? Because now they're just going to walk in on that city and, well, they are going to capture it, I'm going to tell you that.
Our forces are well hidden. The trap is set.
What trap? We're the ones who are being trapped.
March to exhaustion, sire. We'll make camp here, sire.
Right, this is not good. We're going to do the auto-merge trick that I've been so lovelily told. By the way, yeah, just change the fucking recruitment or rally point to your own city. Prisoners were executed, by the way. We didn't even get a chance to ransom them back. Right, don't even bother recruiting. You need to retrain. Just get everything retrained and prepare for the inevitable, because it's bloody coming now, I'm going to tell you that. That being said, getting rid of all that training has actually just freed up a couple of funds for some additional training. And, oh, what town did I want to do some training in? It wasn't Genoa, was it Milan? Milan, did you have things that you need to do? No, you didn't. We could build cannon towers here, by the way. That's going to be something fun to build. Wasn't Toulouse. Angiers. No, Angiers dealt with. Good, good, good. I don't know. I feel like there was a town. Oh, it was Nuremberg, wasn't it? Was it Nuremberg? No, it wasn't Nuremberg. Prague, though. You
To be finding me beautiful is not uncommon.
Okay, whatever, Budshka, thank you for massaging your ego all over my gameplay. But you know, we are going to recruit some additional spears in Prague, just in case the Imperials come wandering over, because you never know what they're up to. Alright, I think that's a place where we can call it a turn, so let's go on to the next turn. Going to try and deal with some more rebels, but I think the Mongolians are about to deal with me. I think they're definitely going to stand a forth out of Antioch, and if I dare see Poland help them, oh man, you know what, that'll just be it. I'll fucking conquer them, that's it, that'll be the last straw. I will just fucking walk in there and I will take their territories because, well, they'll have committed the ultimate sin and I want my reparations, boy.
The enemy has surrounded us. We are besieged.
Right, so pretty much nothing happened ever. Looks like the Imperials are preparing to sally around Innsbruck, so I guess they suspect I'm planning to attack it with massive intelligence. So yeah, there's bits and bots to do. There's also a lot of bloody assassins. There's a bloody papal assassin around.
It's somebody else with these knife sakes.
Alright, good, right.
Who do you want?
Charles, can you get rid of Manfred
Names
Dietrich,
I
please? Because I don't
target.
like... Ooh, bloody hell, he moved fast. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Closing for the kill, sir.
Come on, even I don't let that happen to me in Thief, right. Assassin bloodied it up again, trait decrease, so he's become less good at his job. Dongola is besieged, editor report. We've got a lot of money, we've made up a lot of lost ground. That's probably just through taking these two towns. I mean, look at the amount of money they are piling in right now. That being said, Milan's not in a good mood. That is mainly because they are without a governor right now. However, if I switch to a growth build policy, it'll tread water for now, and there's a lot of good buildings I want to start building. But irrigation, we'll definitely work on that because Milan is not producing enough food to feed its people. Canada report, by the way, what's going on? We have two new Spanish bloody hell, Spain's just bloody taken over right now. That's why I want to get an alliance with them. Francis of West Derby, by the way, has gained some additional chivalry. Construction report, Angers has irrigation and Genoa has completed its repairs. Angers, oh, I could just work on those ballista towers now, or the Baron stables, a barrack. There's a lot of good things. I mean, I want to get a barracks up for definite. I mean, just look at all the fun buildings I could build here. Paved roads, however, would definitely increase the mobility within these lands. It's a bit of a shame that I still have areas that are not roaded up properly, but yeah, let's get these roads up, because then, you know, once more, and it also produces a little bit more trade income, which we could always use. Wrens, why do you could use a bit of a boost. Oh, wow, we can build merchant cavalry militia here as well now. Wrens, you get some paved roads up as well, because they'll be helpful to you. Diplomatic information, by the way. Hungary and Poland are back at war with the Mongols. Oh, Poland, are you actually going to help me for once? I doubt. Oh my god, Sicily's coming to help as well. Now, do I actually start the siege? Will Poland help me? I doubt it, because we'll probably just start attacking each other in the fight. I kind of want to wait one turn now. Maybe the enemy, maybe we will be helped, but then at the same time, Subutai, the Raffles, is literally right behind us.
If you like.
And he's gonna...
I will take
your lands
and women, regardless.
Yeah, Subtai will reach us within the turn, so yeah. And he's going to be racist
You
now.
all look alike to me.
Right, whatever, let him be racist. Right, anyway, Angers produce some levy spears and mailed knights. Toulouse some gun hulks. Prague some spear militia. And then it's a lot of retraining, right? Good. Right, so Admiral Michel, how are you doing? 2 turns and we'll reach Corsica. Admiral Nicolas, I want you to go here because the Polish were on their way to meet me at sea, so just get rid of them now.
Yes, sire. Preparing to board
battle.
and engage the enemy.
Right, we managed to get them to run away. Right, merge
Our
your
people
dudes up,
rule these
and
waters, sire.
yeah, there's probably still a few guys left for us to deal with, but we'll worry about that later. Right. EO. First, Christopher,
Hail, my king.
get your army on the move. Head for Admiral Richard,
Shall continue tomorrow,
and you
my
shall move next turn. Captain Simon, you can re-enter the city now, and you can just basically begin recruiting the next army I'm going to be sending out. So let's start working on those, you know, spears and archers. Also just continue the improvement. Get an archery range up so we get some yeomen going. That'd be a good move for us. And Diplomat, where are you at?
Yes, my
Simond
lord.
is still got a way to go.
Approaching
And everyone's
their
moving very
dignitary,
fast all of a
sire.
sudden. It was probably because I was just, you know, smashing that space bar during the end turn transition because that makes things move faster. But now it seems to have just made it a permanent effect. Great. Anyway, we can only recruit 2 more units in Antioch, but I'm going to recruit 3 because I've got some losers left over garrison. Let's get an additional unit of dismounted feudals out here, an additional unit of mailed knights, and then we'll just leave some spears to look after the area while we're gone. Captain Toby, you head for Dijon. Oh wow, everyone's moving at a normal, leisurely pace now, right? By the way, what do you know about Captain Bernard, who's just turned up to be a pain in the buttocks? I was just suddenly checking to see if there was rebels in England. There are not any rebels in England. How long have you been alive, by the way, my dude? I feel like you've put in over 100 years service now as a bloody merchant.
At your service.
And it's only 38. That immortality thing's getting a bit weird. Oh, by the way, Angier has a rebel problem now, Captain Perrot.
Come and fight me, you coward!
Right, well, Angier, you will deal with it. It'll be a good testing ground for your new army. Right, what do we know about Captain Bernard?
Begone! You are
2
not
units,
my liege!
right.
My king.
Morcar, take some archers,
Command
some
me,
spears. I'll just take everything except 1 unit.
sire. Yes, sire!
won't
Moving
even
to
do it
crush
this
the
turn.
enemy!
Right. Next turn, you can deal with that then. Dijon, you've already got something to do. Bern, you're going to have some retraining to do, by the way. I'm just sending you
By
some
your
more
command.
knights. Ambrose, you're on your way in.
Yes, sire.
Bern,
We go no
if you could
further
start
today, sire.
recruiting some additional troops though, because I want to start preparing to get rid of the Imperials in the area. I think we need some trebuchets. I mean, not trebuchets. I wish I could build trebuchets here, but we're not. But we're going to source some troops at Bern to take Innsbruck with. That being said, I'm wondering, I really need to be rid of Captain Lorenz, but then again, his army isn't too strong, so I think just basically a sufficient amount of artillery will do that. Bern, just in order to improve your prospects, we'll start working on a gunsmith, so we can start recruiting some boom artillery, as we're going to put it. And there's a bloody fucking huge Sicilian army wandering around. Sicily, humour me. Are you at war with the Imperials right now, or is that army for me? That army's probably for me. Fuck, right. That's not good. Right, let's recall
Hail,
Francis
my
back to
king.
Milan. I need to be ready for this. By the way, Demi-Lancers, ugh. I don't want to disband them because I've got experience now. But we're not going to be much use in this battle. I can recruit an assassin with a pretty bad sleeve thing going on, by the way. Ooh, heavy build militia, that's due, by the way. So these guys are build men with bloody good armor. Right, get some heavy build militia, that's going to help us. And recruit an additional unit of arquebusiers, please. And then retrain the other unit of arquebusiers. And that should help us out here. Oh, and by the way, once more, hit the magic M key and make magic happen. I love this button so much. Get rid of those weakened knights, by the way. They're not going to help us here.
March to
And that's going to
exhaustion,
leave us
sire.
with
Continuing
another kind of gap in the army. So maybe 1 unit of weakened arquebusiers will do. Yeah, just get 2 more units, and then if they siege us, I'm just basically going to shower them with lead. Do I have a spy in the area who could probably get eyes on Captain Chiappa, or Captain Caper as I'm going to call him now? Where's that useless spy? Philip Paul. I say it's useless, he isn't useless. Get eyes on Captain Chiappa, because I have a very strong suspicion he's headed my way, so I want to know what he's bringing to attack me with. Probably should have looked at that before I even bothered training up Milan's garrison, but, well, we can always change it now, can't we? How are you guys still not spotting him, by the way? Okay, so here's the enemy army. It's, well, there's some new units that we haven't encountered yet. But it looks like we've got a couple units of Italian militia, so I think they're just about town militia, but they might be a bit stronger because they're Italian. There's also Italian spear militia. They're just like our regular old usual spear militia, so they shouldn't be too hard. There's a few armoured sergeants, but not a lot of them. We're pretty good at taking them down now. Peasants, yeah. Muslim archers, they're a new unit from cosmopolitan Sicily, where a lot of peeps just live side by side, quite harmoniously actually. They look like just a standard archer unit, but look like they're actually quite tasty in the melee fight though, these guys, so we need to be wary of that. Got a couple of mailed knights among them. Peasant archers, yeah, we should be able to take down peasant archers. Dismounted Norman knights, ooh, those guys look like they're very well armoured, so yeah, we need to be wary of those guys. They look like they could cause us some trouble. Probably want to run them down with cavalry. We've also got some mounted Norman knights as well, who also look pretty well armoured, so they're going to be tricky to take down, but luckily they're depleted, because then they've also just got some mounted sergeants, a couple more Muslim archers, and then, oh great, 2 more, right, so we're going to have to be aware of those guys, but they'll be a fun challenge to take down in battle, I think. Chance of getting into these cities, by the way, 16 and 95, so we can get into Bologna at least. So I want you to head there. We'll infiltrate that city next, and then we've got pretty good eyes on the Imperial operations in Italy. Won't be able to have eyes on what we're up to in Rome, but to be honest, I don't really care what we're doing in Rome right now. They can just sit there on their asses. What we do know about Bologna is Ulrich Herden leads a garrison, and he's pretty weak. He's just got some dismounted feudal knights, peasant archers, and town militia, so he's not going to be too strong. He'll be killable, but I'm not going to kill him just yet. Right now I have other plans, and I have a bit of denarii left jingling in my pocket, which I could use for a few other things. Many, I think I might just use it for a few more construction projects. I think I've done the majority of the recruitment I need to do, though, Genoa, maybe we should get you recruiting a few more units as well, because, yeah, get a trebuchet for definite. I want to start using some of these bad boys. Oh, there's some retraining you need to do anyway, right? Do the retraining first, and then we'll do some stuff. But I definitely want to start looking into getting armies out of Genoa and heading them to the Middle East as well, because we need to basically focus on a complete and total destruction of the Mongols. Start working on a cannon maker as well, so we can get some more interesting gunpowder. So yeah, that seems like a smart move. So we'll go for that. And by the way, the Pope's wandered into my area. Hello, Pope Bernard. Are you visiting your homelands?
Okay. Sorry. I must remain vigilant.
Yes, I know. You are the Pope, after all. Traits unknown. You better not be, like, about to declare war on me or something, because if you are, I'm not going to be too keen on that, because, you know, I did fucking put you on there. Those Spanish cardinals better not be putting weird ideas in your head. That being said, Spain now, I think, actually now own a majority of the college, with me and Poland tied in 2nd place. I'd say I might have more money from taking Dongola, by the way, but that is definitely not a guarantee today. Nuremberg, I think we want to work on a bit more recruitment here as well, as we do in Prague. Prague's happiness is actually not doing too well, as is its population, so it's a choice really. Well, actually, if we go for a growth build policy, we might... Oh wait, if we go for a growth build policy, everything's fixed. I was going to say, yeah, we could build council chambers or communal farm, but yeah, I think we need to continue the growth of Prague anyway, so why don't we start working on some farms and get the city, you know, up and running, you know, because then we can make more money out of it, because we are pulling in a lot of money right now, so I think we need to keep this trend of economic growthing, that's a real word, going, so that's going to help us. By the way, John of Westbury, you head for your boat. No point in you waiting around for your troops. Yeah.
But the men are spent.
Why are you whipping yourself? It's just yourself going somewhere. Oh, by the way, Nottingham, you're no longer without plague, so we're going to send everyone away now. So, you 5.
Hail, my
By the way,
king.
hello, Simon. Did you, actually get your ass all the way back to England somehow, right? You lot on the boats. Any fun trips for you to take, by the way? Not really, because they all need retraining, which we're going to start doing now because, yeah, the plagues left everyone a bit icky. That being said, we'll be a citadel next turn. Maybe next episode, I don't know. I don't think we're going to do another end turn this episode. You know what? While Angier's training, I think I might just send a few troops to do a
Come and fight me, you coward!
Says the man who is just trying to constantly put off a siege of Antioch now. 6 enemy troops, I mean, we only know of one of them, so let's just send a bit of a mix out. Send 2 mailed knights, send 3 feudal knights, send 1 longbowman. Fucking hell, why did I not put more archers in this army? Right, you know what? Blah, 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 blah. Get more bloody archers in this army, man. Like, seriously, we need more archers. And I don't really want more building. Get more spears, right? Yeah, so send for 1 unit of longbowmen we have out. Send 3 knights, 2 dismounted, and yeah, send the English knights out because I want them to do something useful and I want them to get some experience. Right, go do a Captain Perot, please. I think I might have sent too much, but there's no such thing as overkill. Alright, there is such thing as overkill. I think I do it quite a bit in some games, but I'm going to do it here right now because I can. Alright, you managed to make him back away, but you can do more than that.
The day is
you
ours,
could
sire.
say wipe her off the face of the earth.
Sire.
Okay, so we outnumber the enemy by just about 150 men, strength is 27 in my ratio, because we are fighting 3 units of crossbowmen, a unit of peasant crossbowmen, 1 unit of chivalric knights, and some spear militia. I didn't bring any fucking spears, by the way. Isn't life fucking good? Right, let's go and get our asses kicked by some chivalric knights. We haven't taken these guys on, but I guess we're going to see now if we can bring them down with infantry somehow. Wait, are they leading? Oh, they are leading. Right, longbowmen, snipe them. That's how we'll do it. Let's see how we can take out cavalry without spears. Say you've been caught short, or you're an absolute moron like me. You know, I could actually just withdraw and do this on the next turn. Maybe I should do that. Oh, wait. You know what we could do? Oh, wait. I was going to say we could just not fight the battle. I could just say quickly summon up some reinforcements, but I can't do that. Damn. Put it off for 1 turn. I don't feel right doing it without spears. Oh, wait. Just hitting withdraw makes us not do it. Right, spears. Just 2 of you lads. Just run in there quickly. Hello. Right, now do the battle properly. Alright, now we'll win. Strength ratio is 20-7 now, by the way, and outnumber the enemy by even more. Right, do it!
This battle belongs to England.
Swinging in our favour. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Because I summoned some spearmen using the power of the gods, right?
Units, await my order.
Also the power of cheating. Right, lads, it's a pretty simple battle, pretty flat terrain, so archers, you should have a fun time on this one. Either way, we're going to have a main line of the dismounted knights. You're going to lead the front line. I know you pack less of an offensive punch than my amazing English knights. I say amazing English knights, they're not that fucking good, really. I've yet to see you guys do anything really significantly cool. But because these guys are shielded, they can tank the arrow fire better than these guys. Knights will have you just acting independently of each other. Spears on the flanks, just in case the enemy chivalric knights are up to something. And then last but not least, we need to have the longbowmen. You guys are up front and centre, and you are going to basically just blast the enemy to little pieces. Alright, let's just get this one over and done with. Oh, longbows, you can't hit them from here, seriously. Let's just quickly observe if the enemy's up to something. Having a bit of a shuffle around. I don't think they're going to come to us this time around. Longbowmen, what I'm going to recommend is spread yourselves out, and I want you to make your primary target the enemy knights. That being said, because we have a risk of enemy crossbowmen just having their way with my longbowmen, let's start moving our troops forward now. I'm going to keep the dismounted English knights back until the enemy archers start getting engaged though, because I want to keep them safe and not dead. But we're just kind of partitioning our advances a little bit. Right, we'll also start getting some, basically just start making my usual play for the flanks that I like to go for, because hey, those flanks are mine. If the enemy can't be bothered controlling them, then I'm going to control them instead. Alright, crossbowmen have strayed into our range now, and I'm probably in the range of crossbowmen. But like I've said, my main target is getting rid of those chivalric knights. So lads, Get your first volley out and just see how much damage we can do against them, because I really want them just gone. I should be able to just push the crossbowmen back just through using my infantry. Knights, because my longbowmen are just targeting a back unit, you should have no issue in just advancing. There should be no risk of friendly fire. That being said, the crossbowmen are fucking wiping me out already. Like, they're committing brutalisms right now. And yeah, that's a brutalization. And my longbowmen for some reason keep thinking they have to get up really close to the enemy to start scoring hits. So that's pretty bad already. Right, English Knights, get your asses moving forward. You lot, just get yourselves up front and in the way. There we go. Just a nice little sprint. I want you guys to absorb the crossbow fight. I know it's like really fucking shit for you to have to do it, but someone's got to do it, and I just need to start trying to snipe out some of these chivalric knights and start sundering their armour. Alright, but still doing good, right? Levy spears. You need to just basically play the long game around the flanks. There's enemy spear militia in the core of the enemy army. They're fine. The English Knights actually are going to be pretty much useless in this battle anyway, but I just want them around. Oh well, they're useless in any battle. I bring them. They've yet to have a good battle. Right, anyway. Enemy is now just running away. They've kind of just bottled it already. So the enemy knights and, well, my knights, sorry, are just kind of getting in there. Just be wary of the positioning of those chivalric knights. They are not to be engaged by you guys just yet. Spears, get your bums over here, please. Bums on seats. Gear in gear. Gear in here. Knights, you get in there. Start running down the crossbowmen, because we're in a prime position now just to start sniping them out.
If we remain true and steadfast,
you get rid of those crossbowmen. Spears, right, looks like the enemy's got distracted, right. Levy spears, get right in a juicy flank of those chivalric knights. They're starting to bully my regular dismounted feudal knights, and that's not going to do them much good. That being said, we have just been noticed, but spears, just get in there. There we go. You pushed into them very nicely there. The enemy's already starting to lose a few numbers. They really want to play for my mailed knights. My mailed knights getting a nice flank charge while they're distracted then. You mailed knights, focus on chasing. You spears, I need you to come over and just play with the enemy chivalrics, because they are just everywhere right now. You mailed knights, you are hemorrhaging numbers. Levy spears, don't lose focus, come on. Those chivalrics don't just go down by you
Only
just
half the enemy
existing
force
near
remains.
them. You've got to exist right next to them, and you've got to also be prodding and poking them with your spears. Well, don't prod and poke. Stab and maim would be better. Right, I think the enemy's starting to pull out. I think they've lost it, and they're just going to start running away now. Spears, regroup and prepare for the final phase of the battle, which is you running up and just stabbing those enemy horses in the face. There we go. Come on, they're keeping themselves isolated. Knights, just keep up your momentum. I know you're trying to drag the enemy cavalry away, but at the same time it keeps them busy. Then you can just basically run in, get the flank. But if you could just keep those peasant crossbowmen busy, that'd
The
be
enemy
good.
general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
Excellent job,
The enemy
men.
army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Alright, lads, finish the job off. See how many kills we can get, how much XP we can earn. These knights are just bloody raking in the XP right now with their many silver chevrons. Let's see if we can give it a nice golden sheen, eh? Let's just keep chasing everything else down with the rest of our knights. Not too bad of a battle, at least. Lost some of my knights, because, yeah. But these chivalrics are tough customers, so I know what to expect in Marseille, because they make a chunk of a garrison as well. So they're going to be tougher to bring down, but that's fine. We'll be ready for them. By the way, English Knights, how does it feel for you to be on a battlefield and do fuck all like you usually do? But you managed to not die this time, at least. Well done. I feel sorry for my longbow men. They did not get a good fate in this battle. Right, how are we doing over here? Yep. Slaughter them, run them down, make my game crash and lag and all that stuff. Good job, men. You can just call it a day there and then. Or just await further commands, which I don't really have any of right now.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Very good job, men. Minimum losses. Maybe could have stood to lost a little less, but at the same time, you did a very good job. You took plenty of prisoners, plenty of kills. Get them all strung up on the gallows, and we can go home, call it tea time, and have some cake.
The day is ours, sire.
Alright, good job.
Sire,
Captain, head back to
Yes.
Rangier.
We can go no further today, sire.
And we're going to go and enact the final battle of this episode now. So, Antioch, yes. Now, Poland has managed to stop dragging their feet and have rejoined the crusade. Now, I am in two minds as to whether I want to do this siege right now. As in, not because of episode timings. I mean, do I actually want to commit my forces to a battle on this turn? Because Poland's rejoined the crusade, but to be honest, they're just going to stand around and just fanny about and not help. Sicily's right behind us, and hopefully they're just not going to fanny about and attack me instead. But that being said, oh wow, it's
I seek an honourable engagement, dear foe.
Prince Ghana. Now he's bringing a sizable army, but the troops that we're aware of are pretty low tier, which means Mongolians are going to stomp all over them, as they've done in every other battle I actually had with Sicily. And this could potentially weaken Subotai, but that means he's just going to come right for me after. And I think he'll beat me, because he'll have a garrison of Antioch backing him up. Now what we know about Antioch's garrison, it's pretty much all cavalry. Berkai the Wrathful is the leader, well, he's a faction leader, but he's still quite strong. But because it's all cavalry in that city, it might struggle against us, especially on the walls. We should be quite capable of taking the walls. We might be able to use that to our advantage. So it's a double-edged sword, really. We can attack, but we're going to potentially lose. Or we could hold out for a turn, weaken the garrison a bit just through attrition, but we're going to have a serious risk of being attacked by Subutai, who will then lure out the garrison as well. They will sally forth and attack me in return. So as you can see, it's not the easiest choice in the world, and I think, as I've said this out loud, the balance of the two choices we have is we should ideally commit to the attack this turn and just really, really fight our socks off. I do have a good army. Well, I don't really have a good army. I have men. I don't have any reinforcements coming in soon. And if Poland joins us, if they actually help us for once, well, they might just prove themselves to be useful. By the way, a crusading army cannot attack a Catholic. Aha! So you guys are contracted to help me now. Right, get your asses in gear. We're attacking Antioch, boy.
I wish they'd never been born, sire.
I say that, but they're not going to help because it's fucking Poland and they hate my guts. Alright, well, let's move in and let's try and make this attack worthwhile. Okay, so yeah, Poland's just going to hang me out to dry and not help, so it is us against Berkai the Wrathful. Now, we outnumber him by nearly 1,000 men. That being said, he's got fucking cavalry coming out the wazoo, but he's got a severe lack of infantry, and I've got a lot of spearmen. So, there's a slight advantage to me in that department, but we're going to have to fight very tenaciously, and we're going to have to really commit to every fight with our absolute fullest. So, strength ratio is 2 to 3 in my favour. We are going to give it a go. Berkai is actually on equal footing in terms of command in regards to King Arthur. King Arthur also carries a bit of dread himself. Barely any, though, compared to Berkai, who once more just has that Mongolian dread aura around him. Once more, he's driven by rage, which lowers his own morale on the battlefield. But at the same time, he's just got a lot of general good stuff. He's also holier than thou. So that's probably a bit of a thing for him. I'm trying to see if there's anything that actually just keeps his troops like low in morale. He's very good at racing, which means he gets more command when bloody commanding cavalry. Yeah, it's nothing very right. I think he's got a flat -2 morale thing, so because he's driven by his own rage. So that might be of a slight advantage to us, but then again, because he's defending, it doesn't help us that much. But it could drive him to an early surrender, which would be a fateful mistake for him, and would guarantee my victory, and also get me a big load of treasure from the papacy, which I'd quite like actually. But also, it'll deliver a stinging defeat to the Mongolians. That being said, they'll just throw everything they have at Antioch to take it back. So we'll need to think of a after strategy after, because we're going to have to play this one long term as well as short term. But for now, enough talking, enough delaying. There's a big fight we've got to do. So, let's go do the big fight. King Arthur, time for you to prove why you have that shiny crown on your head. And it wasn't just because of you dragging thy bloody sword out of that collapsed mine that I did not cause.
There'll be no escaping us now! There's nothing that offends my sight more than those sway-backed, neckless, pox-riddled children of she-wolves over there. I cannot begin to recount how my stomach burns with anger at them. I do not think honest English men-at-arms should feel anything other than pity when they see our Mongol foes. Pity for the horses having to support such arses. I see the foe dare not fight us man to man, but must rely on a woman's stratagem of throwing things at us. And at the last, take heart. If you die in the company of honest Englishmen. There is no better place to end your days. But knowing this, you can put aside thoughts of death. That way, even as your heart quails, you will seem brave, and your bravery will inspire your fellows. After all, this works for me!
Yeah, man, be brave and don't die, because that's kind of annoying when you do that, right?
Units, await my orders!
Welcome back to Antioch. We had this town at one point, and then we went and bloody lost it. I think we had it. Did we ever have Antioch? No, wait, no, we didn't. We never had Antioch. This is a new town to us. This was actually where the Mongolians began their conquest. If anything, this is their capital. Their headquarters here. And I want to take it. I want to burn it, really. I want to stop them from producing anything worthwhile ever again, because I think that's actually going to have to be the policy we take with the Mongolians. If we take the city, we are going to have to enact a scorched earth policy, because they will take cities back, so we're going to make sure they're useless to them. We are going to scorch the earth and keep them from ever building their power up to a dangerous level ever again. So, phase 1, we need to take the walls. Now, they have, at best, 2 units on the walls. 1 unit of Mongolian infantry, 1 unit of foot archers. So, our dismounted knights should be more than capable of just getting on the walls, taken with sheer brute strength, and just finishing it from there. So that is what's going to happen. The knights as well, being nicely armoured, they're also going to push the ram. Now, I want to kind of split my troops up on this attack and just kind of have them going in multiple directions. But because we have some limitations, it's not going to happen. Because if I was like using the best of the best troops, I would have no problem splitting them up. But because I have queries around, say, like the general armor level of my men, I'd rather not. Now, archers are actually going to keep back in this battle. They're going to be useful later, but I don't want to bring them into this battle until we have the walls under control, because what I'm going to do is, once the walls are ours, I'm going to get these archers on the walls, and they're going to sit there, and they're going to happily have their sniping ways with the enemy. That is how we are going to play with our archers. They're in sniping duty, but that is only once we've got them a position of overwatch, which is the walls, which our knights are going to do so diligently for us. Okay, spears. I have 4 units of regular spears who are going to make up the main assault. They're going to remain here. We're gonna move forward only when we have openings. Otherwise, we're just basically walking into absolute missile fire. That being said, oh, by the way, why you guys no, you guys don't need to push a siege tower. I think I might have brought 1 siege tower too many, actually. Oh, well. Guess it's better to bring more than to bring none. I'm actually gonna have the Crusader spears come in first, because they're tougher. They should pack a harder punch upon entry. We need to send the best units in first, really. Let the weaker units come in after, and they can deal with a softened enemy. But we need to be getting the guys who can just basically, you know, walk in there with their good armour and just start absolutely smashing heads. Now, I would tell you what their attack and charge bonus is, but the game says I'm not allowed to tell you, so, sorry. Also, we have some knights available to us, so we'll have 2 units over here. They don't really have the best of options when getting in a city, unfortunately. Unless I was to capture a gate through sneakier means. I have an idea. Right, you lot go over there. And you lot go here. Right. So I'm going to have some cavalry positioned here because what I want to do is, I was saying I'm not going to split the troops. What I am going to do is I'm going to split the troops. I'm going to take our weakest unit of spears, which is just these lads. And they're going to have that spare tower. And they are going to try and take this wall, take the gate, and if all goes well, let the cavalry in there, and I'll have some flanker armour. Right, good. So you lot also get to disband out of the group. You lot, I'm just going to disband your group and just reform it, just so we're a bit neater. And there we go, right, so here is the plan for Antioch, where Poland won't help us because they're Poland. These lot are going to go here. These lot are going to go here. And they're going to take the wall, by the way. These lot are going to go here, take the wall and let my cavalry in. This ram is going to go over, take down the walls. Well, take down the gate, sorry. And then we're going to let our spearmen come through and just start stabbing up some Mongolian cavalry. It sounds like a foolproof plan. And in some ways it is, because our one advantage is, because it's a city, the Mongolian cavalry doesn't have its one biggest advantage, which is its mobility and ability to control the flanks. It's limited to the streets, which means there might be more fighting on my terms, which is very advantageous to me. Right, men, proceed with the advance. Get the walls under control and kill all the garrison. This way is completely defenseless, so lads, go over there, get that wall under my control, and prepare to let the cavalry in, please. They've left some lancers to guard the area, that's fine. But yeah, we're in for a hard fight here. It's going to be a hard siege, so we're going to have to do everything we can to take it. And our biggest concern, by the way, is the enemy is probably, I don't know what you guys are up to, can we not do crisscross zip-zop? Our biggest concern is they're really going to try and take out my siege towers. And I did not build good siege towers, by the way, because I don't get to dictate the quality of my siege towers. So we've just got these fucking wooden pillar boxes of shit. Yeah, one of them's probably going to get nuked. I'm just saying that right now, one of them's going to get fucked. Even that other ram's going to get fucked, because the ram is actively being fucked by the enemy city. But I think it's just using arrows, so because I haven't got ballista towers at least, we're not going to get completely and totally wrecked. So it's really going to take just a lucky shot from them, but let's face it, I don't have luck on my side most of the time. But as it stands right now, it looks like we are in a good stead to take the city. The enemy is trying as hard as I can just to try and get some fire arrows out there, just to try and slow down my enemy, or try and slow down my artillery, sorry. But it's not working for them. The arrows are just not connecting with my siege towers, which is fine by me. And over here, by the way, we have pretty much just got a straight shot in there, so I could probably send in the merchant cavalry militia once we've got in there. They can quickly tangle with the enemy and just try and just get the light lancers distracted, because the merchant cavalry militia, unfortunately, I just don't see them as much of a useful cavalry. At best, they're a badly trained unit of feudal, badly trained unit of male knights.
Siege towers are at the walls. Our enemy have nowhere to hide now.
Good. Right, now, oh, fucking hell, one of them burned down. Right, you lot, get your asses over there. You're going to take the walls on that angle now and make it snappy.
In place. It'll not be long before our enemy's defenses fall. Good.
Right, we'll wait until the ram's done its job before we make our way in. The enemy has left a suspiciously low amount of troops here, being because of all hoarded in the centre for some reason. That's terrifying, because that is like a bloody fucking beehive of annoyance there. They better not just all come streaming out of the gate actually once we take the gates. I have a feeling that's what we're actually going to do. Anyway, I've got lads coming up here, so one unit of knights will go and take down the Mongolian infantry, the other one will have to go and basically get some quick revenge on those.
Done well. The gates have fallen.
Right, gates down. Right, spears and Templar sergeants begin the advance into the city. I was going to say it's because we put a note where we've annoyed them. They're all coming. They're actually fucking coming. Oh my god, it's like I've just like put a hole in the Hoover Dam. You lot, get up that tower and away from that enemy cavalry, because we have fucking just lit a bloody powder keg.
Our siege towers are at the walls. Our enemy have nowhere to hide now.
And we've just been engaged by something. Guys, I said run to the siege tower, not run into some enemy cavalry, but okay, fine, get yourselves killed. But yeah, there is enemy cavalry just inbound, and it is moving in fast. They are just streaming around, and they are getting ready just to
Our men are
hold me
winning
off
the
at
battle.
any cost.
If we
Right,
continue
you lot,
like this, we will
get your
smash
asses up the
enemy.
tower.
Advance.
There we go, right. Getting more men up here. You lot, you have a very simple objective. Get rid of the Mongolian infantry, please, and don't let them kill you. Or do that really cheap move where they kick you in the balls. Right. Crusaders, hold. Right, dismounted knights, get your asses out of that engagement because it's an engagement you're losing. Crusaders, take over. There we go. Alright, I'm causing a bit of congestion here, but swapping out a unit I was going to lose a battle for one that's going to win the battle now. Right, how are you lot doing? We nearly on the walls? Yeah, get on those walls, and then I'm going to get my cavalry in there. The enemy is starting to empty the plaza, so that might be where we get to make our move. Right. Crusaders, keep it up. You're doing a good job. You're pushing in those gates, and we've got the Mongolians in a choke point. This is where we can bring them down, because this is where they lose their most important advantage. They lose their mobility here. You lot, loosen your formation, by the way. We've still got enemy towers to contend with, so keep the formation loose until we've taken control of the gatehouse.
The enemy's walls belong to us now.
Good job, lads. Get that gatehouse under my control, and I'm going to send the merchant cavalry militia inside. This is going quite well now, but let's not jinx it just yet. There's still a lot of fighting we've got to do. Right now, my crusaders are doing very well. They know their purpose, they know their cause is true and just. Lads, I've got a sneaky plan for keeping those arrows out of your faces. Put yourselves here, and then the Mongolians don't get a sufficient angle to shoot you through that gatehouse. That's what I'm trying to do. I saw them do. I'm trying to get my arrows out there, but most of them are just clinking off those towers. So let's take full advantage of that little disadvantage they've just given themselves, and use it to the best of our abilities. All right, you lot, just keep it up. You are bloody ploughing in there, and you are doing everything you can. I think I just saw them fighting some heavy lancers as well, so if we can bring those guys down, we're laughing. That being said, where is the general? He's somewhere. I think he's keeping himself out of the way right now. I think that's him over there, actually. Yeah. He's hiding at the back. That's fine. That's fine. He'll be dealt with later. For now, we have other things to worry about. Right now, we've got control of the gates. Sort of. Not really. We're being shot at. Right, send a unit of merchant cavalry militia into the city and get them to start taking down the city. Have a unit of Crusader Knights also come in and start taking down their heavy archers. Let's see how we can do it. No, wait, no, not the king, the merchants. Have the merchants do it. Don't have a merchants do a king's job, or don't have a king do a merchant's job. Right, how are we doing over here? I'm winning with one unit of Crusader Sergeants right now, and I'm going to keep it that way. Let's just send one unit at a time. Let's not overload the situation. Let's not overcomplicate the situation. These guys are just right now. They are just going ham on the enemy. Let them do it. Once we have opened up more space, I will send in more units, which we are getting close to the point of doing. But for now, I've got them in a position where they're basically going to spend more time shooting the walls and shooting the backs of their own heads, rather than just shooting me. And also, they are just wasting their ammunition right now, so let them fucking do that. Just let them waste the last of their ammo. They are trying to take over more space. We're not going to get more spearmen in there now. They've actually worked out what I've done, so they're actually now just trying to outsmart me in some fashion. But it ain't working. Right, by the way, one unit of you lot. Oh wait, I think the rest of the enemy's fucked up, hasn't it? Damn it, right. Keep taking control of the walls. Try and get the towers switched off if you can. But you lot, just keep making your main focus on getting rid of all the Mongol infantry. And then I'll find a use for you later. Right, my cavalry has just come and joined in, by the way. I've got the Crusader Knights just tangling with some of the heavy archers. It's going either way right now. Luckily, my Crusader units do seem to curry a lot of morale. I mean, these guys are basically now on the brink. They've lost, but they've only become shaking and wavering just through like a loss of troops.
We will
right,
smash the enemy.
we're about to lose these guys. Get the next wave in there. Let's keep killing these Mongols. We've got a bit of a threshing machine going on here. And so far, take down a quarter of their army. I'm sure we can do more. We've taken down a quarter with basically just one unit of fucking spearmen. Get the next unit in there, let them have their way, and see if we can get the bodyguards to show their faces. I want to bring Burkai down. And he has actually gone on the move. He's gone for a wander, so he is somewhere, and I suspect he's close by. But it looks like we've got the Mongols on the run now. They're pulling back, so let's see how we keep this one going. Right, what's going on over here? What are we fighting? Just a lot of their heavier archers. That's fine. It looks like we're winning at the minute. The Crusader Knights and the Merchant Cavalry Militia are just pushing in. They're just doing everything they need to do, and I'm happy with that. I'm going to keep the Knights up there just to... Actually, we had a weak spearman. Right, spearman, get down there and start... Actually, no. No, let's not get greedy. Stay up there for now. I need someone to keep that gate open. Same goes for you heavy infantry. I know you guys might want to be down there, but right now you make a fun target for the enemy cavalry archers because one, they have a hard time hitting you, and two, means they're not shooting at my spearmen. Right, these spearmen, by the way, they've lost a lot of men so far. They didn't really do as well, unfortunately. They're really fucking trying, but yeah, the Mongolians, they're now just putting on as much pressure as they can. Right, and oh yeah, I was gonna get all my archers up on the walls, wasn't I? Archers, start making your way into the city. I want you on the walls, and I want you to start shooting the enemy down. The rest of my spears, start advancing. Let's prepare for the next phase of this attack. Spouted feudal knights, or feudal knights? It said Frankish knights. I was thinking, bloody hell. Whether the French show allegiance to me. Oh wait, they have always owed allegiance to me because I own their land.
Very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Right, we're doing well here, lads. Keep it up. You're doing a fantastic job. Right, how are we doing over here? The Mongolians, yeah, they're about to bust out the city. Right, get the next unit of Crusaders in there and stopping them. Don't want them escaping the city now. That's what we want to do. We want to just come out and then just start causing their evil all over the place. So get another unit of spearmen in there, start killing them, start slowing them down. Unfortunately, the Mongolians are pretty high on the morale scale themselves. I mean, we've only pushed one unit into rout, and that was just a unit of crappy foot archers. In terms of their morale, the Mongolians are pretty much impetuous. They are refusing to run from their fights as much as we are. They will stay and they will fight to the death. It is now pretty much a pure case of matchups. So we need to get the better matchups. Unfortunately, we are out-trooped in a few departments, and I'm running out of my really good spearmen. I won't say they've been squandered because they have killed a lot. I mean, they have killed nearly half the Mongolian army single-handedly. I'm just going to say that. They've done the majority of the work, so they are doing fantastic in that department. Archers are now making their way up the walls. That is brilliant. So archers just get in a queue. Spears, we need to take control of this area because it's gonna become a crowd control situation gone wrong very quickly. You need to surround the enemy cavalry, get into a guarding formation, and prepare to keep them contained. Now, lads, I know you don't have the best armor, and I know you don't have the best morale, but the importance of a task that has been laid upon you cannot be understated. You have got to keep the Mongolians back, because I am going to try and send you some reinforcements. My lord and my remaining Crusader Knights, get in there and flank the enemy. You lot, finish off those Crusader archers and make your way to the plaza. There's still a lot of light lancers over there that need distracting and killing. We just have to play for pure kills now. But if you could just finish off those lancers, I'm getting extra units in, I'm going to get reinforcements in, I'm going to get the enemy distracted. We might be able to win it through there. Right, how are my remaining sergeants doing? They're pretty much either all now dead or running. Most of them are dead. Which is I know it's a bad thing to say they're all dead, but they really have just fucking fought a good fight in this battle. They tried. And we will never take away that from
Our men
them.
are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the
Alright, we're taking a bit more ground back. Still lost a lot of ground, but we're still holding them back. Right. Are my archers on the walls yet? Yes, they are. Right, get the full unit up before we start opening fire. But lads, get those fire arrows out because there are some armoured targets out there that I would love you just to spook away. Alright, the Mongolians are running back now. Good. Right, once the full unit's up there, I'll assign them their marching orders. I don't want to give them our orders when they're not at full strength. Right, you lot, keep the enemy busy. You lot, King Arthur and the remaining units. I'm going to make you your own group, actually, because we kind of diverged the groups a little bit. I was going to say come over and help, but we've kind of pushed the enemy back. I have another job for you. While the remaining enemy cavalry is being distracted, I want you to get around to the back and prepare a flank on the enemy. So get your asses to here, and we'll regroup very soon, and we'll make our next plan. We might be able to do the sneaky on the enemy, but that being said, I think they know what I'm up to. They're sending a unit to intercept me. Or are they? I genuinely don't know if they're trying to intercept me or they're up to... No, they're going to intercept me, right? Send a remaining unit of Crusaders to slow them down. They're definitely on their way to try and bring me down, so we'll send the Crusaders over. They can slow them down. King, you stay back. I don't want to just send you off on your own, because your death is not going to spell... Well, it's going to spell some pretty bad consequences for me, isn't it? Right, let's get our spears in the city now. We're going to take control of the area, because we need to start taking ground now instead of just fighting just to control it.
Archers.
Right, nearly got this full unit
Only
of archers
half
with a
the
shirt
enemy
up
force.
and
Our men
running.
are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
And that is exactly what I want to do. We are going to fucking smash the shit out of them. Right. You lot, how are we doing over here? We've intercepted the enemy Mongols, and they are going to get taken down. You're about to get intercepted by some heavy archers. Just turn, face, and kill them. They've walked right into you. They have offered themselves up as a sacrifice, so I will just take them up on their offer. Looks like we're just trying to get a few more random kills just with some odds and sods, little bits of archer fire. We did not win in this area, by the way, but we have managed to distract a lot of the enemy. And there's the bodyguard, by the way. He's waiting for us in the centre, and I think that's where he plans to stay. Coward wouldn't come out and fight us one-to-one. He's all big bravado man in the city, but when it comes to actually, you know, doing something useful, he isn't like that. Spearman, by the way, I know you are still in a bit of a windy state, but if you could try and just bring down these horse archers before they bolt and run, I would be very grateful for it. I don't want them just sitting around just getting free pot shots on us. Alright, archers. How are we doing? We're nearly on the walls, more or less. Start getting some shots out, please. Knights. Let's get you down here, and I want you to await your further orders. Nothing's ever going to come up and threaten these walls again, because we have killed every last bit of enemy infantry, so they have no reason now to contest these walls. So I'm going to get them down there, and I'm going to use them as additional fodder, additional bodies, just to try and keep the enemy distracted. You lot, just keep advancing a little bit further forward every time. Every time you see a horse archer just sitting around, just trying to get some random pot shots on you, just walk up to him, tell him that's not okay, and then beat the snot out of him. Right, how are we doing over here? Why is that guy alive? Come on, just kill the fuck, please. I can hear a bloody enemy tower just shooting my men. Yep, it's just sat there, just getting some free pot shots. Right, get rid of him, and then they get that tower switched off.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Come on, you don't need to approach him like it's gonna fucking explode. It's just a smelly Mongolian. Oh, that might be why we're staying away. A stench. No, don't stab your friend. Oh, weirdo. Alright, looks like we managed to piss him off. Right. My lord, get in there and get some kills. Knights, you best be ready to assist your king. I know we'll just pay you because you're mercenary. Actually, no. No, we're your king, actually. King it up there, my man. Right. How are we doing over here? Pretty much just brought down the last of those archers. There's the last bit of Mongolian infantry, by the way. That one dude firing a fire arrow, which missed. Thank fuck, that missed. Right. Archers, how are we doing? Are we getting some shots out? Yeah, I've got more archers coming up here. Archers, I see a lot of Mongol lancers just coming over to say hello. I'd recommend we start getting a few barrages of arrows out there. Where's my last dude? He's still making his way up the castle stairs. But once you're up there, let's get to work. And that's just a random... Oh, that's one of my dudes. He's exhausted. Alright, let him go. Right. I know I basically just called in pretty much a huge arrow barrage on my own position, by the way. But it's going to be the only way to win this one. And these guys are just about spent. By the way, all archers, get your fire arrows out. Just absolutely bombard them with fire arrows, please. Or should we? Well, they're armoured and I don't have anti-armour myself, so we should do. Alright, how are we doing over here? What's going on over here? What is King Arthur fighting? Right now he is, he's just stabbing a horse archer. Well done. This was the most famous King Arthur story, by the way, where he got Excalibur just to fuck up some Mongolian horse archers. Right, I'm gonna pull King Arthur out because I want to try and keep his combat times to a minimum, because right now I'm trying to keep him around as a beacon of morale to the men. And the Crusader sergeants have finally broken, so yeah, we didn't last forever. Nothing does, unfortunately, but right now I've got the archers now just challenging the enemy lancers. That's fine by me. Let's just see how many kills we can get before we need to push into a final engagement. And once we do so, we should be in an even stronger position, but it is still really going to be down to the wire this battle. There are a lot of enemies just camping in the centre of a city. The notifications are fucking going off the screen right now. I've been capturing and losing buildings. Let's get rid of them, so I haven't got like a fucking column just forming up here. So it's still a battle that has the potential to go to either the Mongols or to me. By the way, what's this smelly bastard doing alive? Why isn't he dead? Come on. You should know better than to leave these guys alive. Thank you very much. Right. Another unit successfully wiped out. And the tower's shut down. Right. Knight, just keep moving forward. Just keep taking out these stragglers. Once we've cleaned the stragglers out, we're going to have a much cleaner minimap and we're going to have a much firmer idea on what we're actually doing in this siege. Archers, I want to see more volleys coming out and taking down these enemies by the way. There we go. Quite a few kills being incurred here as well. Let's keep them up. Another volley please, my men. I want to see more of these guys just getting absolutely fooked.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Well, we heard the announcer. We've got to be true and steadfast, and that's what we're actually trying to do, right? Archers are just trying to get at whatever kills they can on the enemy. Cavalry, knights, what have we got left? We've got quite a few lancers now. As much as I want to go this way, we are going to start incurring the wrath of further Mongolians, but I think on the balance, we need to do it. Get in there, start tangling with their light lancers. If the Mongols try and send for help, we'll pull back. But if you could just engage that one unit and get rid of those stragglers as well, we might just be able to open up a new flanking route, which then we're going to exploit. Right, archers, how are we doing over here? Yeah, we're just letting the arrows loose. We are now really starting to rip into that unit. It's losing men, quite a few men actually. That is fine by me. And they're not doing too well in terms of morale, and they've also just got that one archer just trying to fire whatever he can.
Very much in our favor.
And I've also got a fucking
load
of dudes here who
victory will be ours.
Don't have a clue what we're doing with their lives anymore. I think they're all these guys. Lads, do you want to try and get on the walls and not make an absolute arse of it? There you go. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen, whatever's happening here, but fine. As long as we just get some archers just firing and then some just trying to get on the walls, then, you know, we can increase our coverage. But right now, we are just in a pretty comfortable position. We are now just steadily barraging, we are steadily engaging. So I think what we'll do is, because this battle has gone on for quite a while, this battle's actually lasted nearly half an hour now, I might just cut it here, and I will see you when the next major step is taken. But for now, it's looking like a pretty even battle. It's looking like it could still go either way. So I'm just going to get ready for the next phase of battle, and I'll see you there, my friends, when we do a little bit more. Okay, so we're ready to move on to the next phase now. I've pretty much cleared out this little area here, and there's still, well, the Mongolians are now holding back. They've fallen to a defensive footing, or I say that, and now they ought to start moving again. So I might just start coming forward, and if I do so, my spears are ready to face them. And also they'll just be walking into a trap. My archers are basically ready and waiting. If they choose to hold their position, which we might do, I don't know, because they just decided to start moving when I started talking to them completely voice-activated Mongolians now. But what I'm intending to do is we're going to go for my usual strategy when I take a city in this game, which is we'll get the spears to shore up a bit of a street, get some archers behind them, basically just fire over the heads of our spears, and just keep moving forward inch by inch. So because the enemy looks like they are just committed to holding their position now, we're going to start moving forward. So let's get a unit of spears moving. Well, actually no, let's not move the spears just yet. I want to make sure I have a unit of archers definitely ready to go. So you lot, get your asses down here, and we'll move when we're ready. So yeah, I'm going to just cut it again here, but it's just so you know my strategy. We're going to get spears here, just behind them. Boom, move up the street slowly but surely. Yes, it takes a while, but you know what, there's no battle time limit because I don't really believe in them, and then yeah, we'll win that way. We're gonna take the city. We're just gonna take the city inch by inch. We're just gonna push Mongolians a little further back with every engagement. Okay, so archers are just now moving into position and preparing to fire upon the enemy. So I've got 1 unit of spears just holding the line right now. I'm going to move further ones up, but for now, let's get these lads into position. Hold it there, lads. And open fire on those light lancers. Right, here we go. I've pretty much got control of this area of the city. By the way, there is still a unit of light lancers just holding the area. I did engage them with my crusading knights, but it didn't really come out too well, so I pulled them out before it got too ugly. So they've got some numbers left, but they're a bit lower now. But I've got King Arthur also now just watching the other streets, so now the Mongolians shouldn't flank us on this gatehouse. So I'm going to have the king just move up here, and then we're pretty much ready to advance on both fronts now. But for now, I'm just going to let my arrows sing, my bows sing, my everything sing. And yeah, it's going to coax the Mongolians into an attack. They're not just going to sit around and willingly let themselves get shot in the face. Spears, I hope you're braced, because here they come. Come on, Spears, I really believe in you this time. Oh shit, I just set fire to one of my own guys, right? That wasn't really an intended side effect of this. Alright, archers, switch to accurate shots now. No more fire shots. Just shoot them steadily with arrows, right? You lot, hold your line. You should be able to do this one. Ooh, see, it's a very risky thing we're doing, but at the same time, we're just also barbecuing the ones further back.
The battle is very much
so
in
I
our
feel
favor.
like we
If
should just
remain
continue
true
doing what
and
we are doing,
steadfast,
because
victory will be ours.
we have the opportunity to continue just doing this, and I feel like we could just take it with regular arrows or with the light lancers. But they are armoured, but it's not the best armour in the world, so a concentrated barrage of arrows should bring them down eventually, or at least just make them significantly weaker. Oh, he stuck around my flank. Damn, what a bloody rogue he is. Still, archers, just keep it up. We've got the enemy at a point where they are most likely going to lose to my spear militia. That's absolutely brilliant, because that is what I really wanted to see. But I've got this loser just trying to complicate the issue. I'm not sure if they're trying to send some more reinforcements, or this is all the same unit now. They're sending reinforcements, right? Let's get our next protocol ready, then. Get some more spears moving up just in case we lose ground, and get an additional unit of archers moving up, and they can start providing focused fire on them. My third unit of archers, get your asses down to the base of the city and prepare for further orders. You lot, hold this back street and just be prepared in case it all horribly goes wrong, which hopefully isn't the case, but the enemy is now trying to put more pressure on my spear line. Because, well, that's how the Mongolians like to do it. They know if they can just concentrate the pressure they apply to me, that's where I get issues. And yes, I am having the issue in that I have kind of friendly fired some of my own men. I am trying for that to not be a thing. And to be honest, overall, I think we're killing more Mongols than I am harming my own men. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of an easy shot for them, really. It's kind of a no-brainer. Just kind of get your arrow volleying up a little bit, and you're probably going to hit a Mongolian somehow. But yeah, we're gonna hold off on the fire arrows just because they have an accuracy penalty, and I don't want to be barbecuing my own men alive. That's a face worse than checks. Right, how are you doing? Right, keep them back. But that unit of light lancers is just about done for now. Archers, let's focus on the ones that are further back now. They're both just about out for the count now, or one of them's out for the count. Yeah, just try and keep your arrows further away, and let the spears just be the holding line against the main attack force. If we can do this, we could bring down the enemy general. But that being said, the Mongols have tried to engage us over here. We've got a unit of light lancers engaging us here, and more are just preparing to attack. Right, my lord, I want you to try and flank round and assist your crusading brothers. We can hit them in the back, we've got them, but they are pulling back. And I sense this is a ruse that they're trying to pull. Oh wait, no it's not. They're just going to go for it. I was going to say, they were going to pull back, let me continue the attack, and then just ruse and just flank me, but if that's a trap they were trying to spring, the spring got stuck. And it's rusted a bit, so it didn't happen. Right. Lads, keep that line held. They are doing their absolute best to hold the line. And I really fucking salute them for doing that. Right, archers, if you can hit it and it's way at the back, hit it, because we need to get every last arrow out, up and out now. General, he has now engaged a unit of light lancers in the back. I kind of wanted to really use this guy to attack the bodyguard, which is heading my way. Fucking hell, he's shown his face at long last. Alright. Pull back. Spears, down on the ground now. I'm gonna need your help for this one. In fact, Spears, you can take over on those light lancers. Nah, he's gonna follow us all the way through. That's fine. I didn't want to bring him out just yet. I want to fight the bodyguard on my terms. But either way, Spearman, I'm going to get you down on the ground now, because I think, for one thing's for sure, you need to give the Crusader Knights a hand. They're in a really bad position right now, and they need more recuperation. Crusader Knights, pull out. I've got some spears coming in. They're going to help you out. Right, how are we doing over here? These spears are slowly beginning to lose ground now. Their unit size has dropped considerably. That being said, their stamina is fine, their morale is doing okay, and I see a lot of dead Mongolian cavalry. In fact, we have now killed 81% of the enemy army, and I have not lost half of my own men yet, so this siege is going as planned. It's going better than planned. In fact, I'll admit, I was just basically going in expecting another defeat, because that's just how bad it's got with the Mongols. But now we have got some fire in us. Right, lads, no skirmishing, no firing at will just yet. I want to wait until the Mongolians get close. Let the spears finish these couple of lads off. The spears should be more than capable of doing it. I don't want you guys attacking. I mean, I don't mind you attacking when we are engaging, but when there's so few of the enemy left, it's really dangerous for us to do so. And we've got the Mongolians pulling back again. Right, where's the king? Right, he's over here. Right, that's fine. So I've got spears holding the line here now, so they must have driven off the last of Mongolians. Right, you lot go there. You lot go there. My lord, you go over there and await further orders. Right, how are we doing over here? Kill this loser. I'm going to start pushing forward again. But I've practically made a barricade out of dead horse corpses now. That's pleasant. Right, come on. He's trying to be a big man on the town. Come on, you can kill him. Nice one, lads. You're doing really good at your jobs. But we're going to let a fresh unit take over now. Oh, have you cheer first. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let them have a bit of a morale fest. They know they're doing well. Right, let a fresh unit take over the next phase. Let's move further up the street and do it all over again, which, yeah, this is pretty much how the rest of the battle's going to play out. But it's a working tactic, and it's one we're going to stick with. Don't fix what ain't broken, but that being said, it looks like they may be getting ready to send their next wave of cavalry forward. So I am observing them. What are you shooting at, by the way? What can you possibly be hitting from here? Nothing is what you could be hitting. Cease fire at whatever you're shooting, because it's probably something that you shouldn't be shooting anyway. But yeah, we are just now at the process where we're going to move forward again. So once more, here's a little bit of editing. Okay, so we're prepping up for the next phase now. I've got spears in position. Archers are moving into position, and we are now at the brink of moving in and taking a plaza. Archers, feel free to get the barbecue going, please. Let's burn a few of them before they come in to engage us, but oh, we might have pissed them off this time. They're sending in as many bloody cavalry units as they can this time. Spears, you know what you're doing. Hold them for as long as you can. Archers, do not skirmish. You are in safe hands right now. My men are doing everything they can to protect you, and they're only sending light lancers. You can
continue like this,
hold it.
Will smash the
right. Let our first few volleys out. There we go. Let's just start some fires. And while the enemy's distracted, I think this will be a fantastic time to get King Arthur and his merry band of men moving in. So, and it looks like the bodyguard is coming out to fight now as well. Right, levy spears, get him bogged down. Crusader Knights as well, engage him. And then, last but not least, King Arthur, prepare to move in and kill him. Let's get this guy brought down while the rest of his army's distracted. And yeah, this guy is going to go for the big fat prize. He's going to go straight for the king. Well, I'd say it's Mongolian warlord against the English king. He isn't a fucking Khan yet. But he is going to keep. He's going. Whoa! No. Move in. Get the charge bonus. Get the charge bonus on this fucker, right? Everyone, get in there and kill him. Fuck, he's put himself right in the front line as well. Bloody hell. You know, Arthur, I know you're the king and everything, but you're not invincible. You know what's what's the word? Oh, fucking idiot.
But this day should come to pass. Our king lies slain on the field.
This could just absolutely fuck it for me now. Yeah, a morale penalty is rippling through the army. My men are very shaken as to what's happened. Lads, hold off the fire arrows. We're putting our men at unnecessary risk now. Peasant archers, keep it up, but yeah, that was what we didn't want to happen there. Arthur just put himself right on the front line, and look, as gallant and as heroic he may be, that was a fool's errand. He just put himself on there. He should not have led from the front. He should have let his bodyguard hit them initially. He should have moved in when he could have made the move. As you can see, fucking Bitu Botto over there, he's kept himself back. That's how he's gonna keep himself in a position of power. Still, let's not mourn over what has died just yet. Let's focus on the battle that is to hand. And right now, we could still win this one. We could still take the city. If we lose, though, the crusade will be disbanded without a leader. I don't trust Poland and fucking Sicily to finish the job for me, but actually they could finish the job because I'll have weakened these Mongols to nothing now.
The battle is very much
Come on, lads. You can do it. I believe in you.
Victory will be ours.
I know your morale's shaken. I know you guys could break soon, but I want you to hold that line, and I want you to kill every last filthy Mongol you come across. Remember, they're scum. They don't believe in the civilized ways of man. All these men do are loot, pillage, and conquer. They don't build kingdoms, they just destroy them. Don't let them take everything we built up. Also, they're not Christians. That should rile them up nicely. Still, my men are doing a very good job of chewing through the bodyguard. If only the bloody king had stayed alive to see that, because we should be able to kill Burkai. That being said, the spearmen, they're getting dangerously weak now, and my archers are in danger. Archers, fall back. Spears, move forward. Need to keep our position as secure as possible. So right now, yeah, we're losing ground. Right, archers, get your asses back. Do not engage with cavalry. You will not win. You will lose that battle. Right, still got a few tricks up my sleeve. Is there an alternative city street I could get these guys moving up? Right, dismounted feudal knights, get your asses up that stream. We're gonna try and pull off one last little trick, but it's all starting to go wrong now. We're getting mass routs, and then with no king to rally around, the men are not particularly heartened anymore. Bodyguard, how are we doing? Is the enemy general dead yet? Come on, you can bring him down. I know you can. I know your morale isn't doing well because you failed your task, but then again, you guys didn't fail. Your king failed you. He threw himself into danger when he knew he shouldn't have. And come on, there he is. There's the fucker. Bring him down and send his head as a gift to the Polish crusader leader, just to remind him how much better we are than him. That he should respect me more, maybe not declare war on me. Because you know, Poland, I will still leave that alliance option on the table. Our empires are very great and very mighty.
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
And that is where we will send them. We're not just sending them back to the desert, we're sending them back to Asia. Oh, wait, we are in Asia. Well, you know what I mean. We're sending them back to China. That was probably a very bad observation on my part. Fuck it, right. Lads, use the momentum. There are 2 or 3 units left. Move forward and finish the fight. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're going to still be cautious. Lads, take control of this city street. Archers, get yourselves moved up. Get every last arrow in those lads and bring them down. There is a unit of heavy lancers there. They are your key target. Bring them down and the battle is ours. Bodyguard is going to try and finish the bodyguard and whatever cohort is hiding around with him, which is just a few of the heavy cavalry archers. But you know what?
By St. George, our men have taken control of the city.
Oh, did we? We must have done that bit by accident. Oh well. Thank you for giving me control of the city, Archer Militia. I didn't really want the city just yet, because that's going to panic the Mongols.
Our men no longer command the city.
It's alright, it's alright. I know we don't control the city anymore, but hear me out on this one. Just hear me out. There's more to this battle than just standing around in a pretty square with some flags standing around on it. Because as you know, I like revenge and I like killing Mongols, because it's my way of getting revenge. Okay, dismounted knights, get your asses over there, and then you are gonna, I mean, every last man is joining the final fight, because I need every last man on that final fight. With no king, morale is shaky now. And yeah, by the way, once we're done here, we are getting on the next boat out of here. We're gonna scorch the earth and we're gonna leave. There is no way I can hold the city with the troops I have. I'll leave a provisional garrison to slow down the enemy.
Of the city.
But apart from that, I cannot hold Antioch, and it would be folly to try and hold it, because the Mongols will just throw every army they have at it, and they'll just get what they want. They'll get more kills, more loot, so the city burns, and that is the end of it. We need to make the land useless for them. And that's actually what I should have been doing every time the Mongols were sieging me. I should have scorched the earth. And it's daft I've just come up with the idea now. But let's set the trend now. Every city we liberate, we scorch. Unless we know we can keep it.
If we continue like this,
if we know we can't keep it,
then
we scorch it. And that is it. Right, archers. I know you guys, for some reason, need to have it made so easy for you you can't miss. But, look, just do it. And no skirmishing now, come on. Oh wait, no, you might want to skirmish because you pissed them all off now. Lads, get in there and finish the job. Let's just make it a melee fight now. Archers, you've done your job for today. Disable your fire, get to a safe distance, let the spears finish this one off now, because we control the city anyway, bugger it. Knights, just come to the centre of the city and just, you know, help us out. Bodyguard, well, to be honest, you lot are a right off of a unit now. That being said, if you could just keep him occupied for another minute and a half, we'll have won this one. But I am going to send a unit of spear militia into their back now, just to guarantee that we hold the city for about a little bit longer. Spears, hold this area. Archers, take the centre. Wait, sorry, you lot need to take down those guys. Come on, get rid of them. Don't just have them stood there pointing their pointy sticks at you like they're some sort of bloody public menace. Put your pointy sticks in them instead.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Come on, finish him off. Thank you. Right, take the other one out. Oh, it's good to win, you know. It's good to win. That, you know what? That battle lasted close to an hour, by the way. That genuinely did last close to an hour. This battle. It's probably been about 45 minutes in total. You won't have seen all of it because I've cut this out, but honestly, I mean, this is one of the longest battles we've had on this game so far. I've had longer battles on Rome 1, I think, but this was a long one. And in some ways, quite a climactic one, quite a strategic one, a bit of a grindy one, but you know what, I am very satisfied with the result. Yes, there were a lot of losses, but let's face it, we were fighting the Mongols, and we were fighting a pretty hardy garrison army, really, but once more, this is proof we can beat them, and I think we have the element where they are the weakest now. They are bad at defending cities, because their armies aren't designed for it. If they had, you know, had a city bristling with their Mongol infantry and their rocket launchers, I don't think we would have stood a chance of taking a city, but when our cavalry's in here, we managed to take it even just using spears, using padded armour, and they've just surrendered the city over to us. That being said, it's just one unit. Ah, kill them. I'm sorry, but we need some revenge for our fallen king, so their lives are forfeit. Plus, I was probably going to get fuck off. Right? I only took 14 prisoners, so I was not getting any ransom payment, was I? Come on, spears. Finish every last man off now. I don't really want ransom payments, I just want them dead. I mean, I'm sending their corpses to the Polish. Make sure they're riddled with some sort of nice disease, though, because then that would just make life even better for me. Oh, come on, lads. Can you not stab them? Come on, it's quite easy. You just put your spear in there and you watch them fall off their horse and die. Preferably by a broken neck. Alright, is that everyone?
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valour.
Very, very, very well done, men. It came at a cost. It came at a big cost. It came at the biggest cost. Our king died, but you know what? You know what? Look at those stats and tell me that is not a good victory. Berkay the Wrathful has been eliminated and wiped out. His army is history, and that is where it will stay. And that is also a successful crusade on Antioch, so that is my papal favour secured for a long time. Yes, it might mean the other factions are now less committed to fighting the Mongols, but you know what? It's a start of a liberation campaign that we will seek to continue. We will take every city from the Mongols, we will burn the earth, we will burn their generals, and we will just keep it up. Here are some fun stats for you, by the way. 164 kills made by the general's bodyguard, 135 by one of our units of archer militia, but the MVP by far was one of the units of Crusader sergeants, bringing in 217 kills. But as you can see, pretty much every unit had a really good try. Some of our peasant the peasant archers actually didn't get a go into cities, so that's why they didn't do anything really. Probably should have brought them in really, but you know what, the archer militia, they carried it on their own quite well enough, so yeah, if the battle lasted long, the peasant archers would have just come in and just basically took over. But that brings the crusade to an end, as well as the siege of Antioch of 1310 AD. I think a very decisive victory to us. There's a lot we'll need to do in the aftermath, however I think this is actually a very good place to call it an episode because it's been a very long one and I'm very tired. That being said, the price was very dear. Arthur has died, which means a new king must ascend to the throne.
This is English soil now.
But we will go for an extermination of the populace, which means, yes, it's a massacre, but there's a lot of loot in it for us. And Harry Spill has now been crowned king. The Spill family now rule us. So yeah, he is now the king of England. Well done Harry. King Harry of England. Bananarama Hat, Bananarama Hat's his husband died, didn't it? Where is Harry now, our lovely faction leader? Here he is, King Harry. He is 57, he is without child and without wife, yes. Life didn't go that well. So who's taken up airship there now? Has that not been determined yet? I'm guessing it hasn't been chosen. It will be chosen at the next turn. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to pick the air because I guess I can't be trusted with that decision. Enemy army routed, by the way. Well, I'd say routed, more like eliminated. Successful crusade, by the way, and the Pope gave us a nice little chunk of florins and 18 experience bonuses for our units. We will be evacuating them from this city post-haste, however. First things first, just get them merged, and we'll make our plans next episode. But once more, a very successful siege there. However, it's a territory we probably can't hold. However, I think my next plan is we might just move on to Aleppo. It's very weakly defended, and it may not have
Your Highness.
a worthy general looking after it.
I am
but we're going to have a look now.
I shall continue.
Oh, no, there he is. Aradai the Wrathful. Right. We're going to move out next turn. We're going to take it. We're going to scorch it again, but we're going to take it. Take out another member of a Mongolian family tree. That's the plan now. I'm going to take him down branch by branch. But that is where we must call it an episode, unfortunately, my friends. It's been a long one. It's been a very good one. And I hope you enjoy me seeing the next one. And I hope to join you there as well. So next time, we are going to deal with the aftermath of Antioch. We're going to keep moving on forward with our other plans. We've got a lot of money to spend now. And probably a few other bits and bobs that I haven't talked about today that we need to do, or I said I was going to do but haven't done yet. But I think we are pretty much just going to be heading on to the next episode, so that's something to look forward to, I guess. But until then, I really do hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful evening, because until then, I'll see you later. Oh, and have a lovely Christmas, by the way, if I don't see it on the next episode, because, hey, very close to Christmas, isn't it? Hope you're getting lots of presents from Santa. I'll be bringing you a couple of presents as well, my viewers, so watch my channel on Christmas. There'll be a special video. Or have I said too much? I'm stalling, by the way. See ya.